What is going on, guys? This is JD from New York, and I'm bringing you your Tuesday recap of everything that happened on Monday Night Raw. It is Tuesday, October 16th. Monday Night Raw took place last night from Nashville, Tennessee. We had Jim Ross and Michael Cole calling the action. Now, I will say about Monday Night Raw last night, everything besides CM Punk, Ryback, Vince McMahon, and John Cena, the show was completely a throwaway show. One of the more boring shows in the 3-hour format. I feel like I've been saying this week in and week out. They need to go back to 2 hours. I love WWE. I've been watching WWE ever since I was 4 years old. I sit here, being a 30-year-old guy, loves WWE. I've never missed a Monday Night Raw since it first appeared on television. But the 3-hour format, even for me, is too long. I can sit through a pay-per-view because a pay-per-view is more important. There's no commercials, and, I'm either out with the guys or at a bar watching the pay-per-view, so 3 hours is nothing. But sitting at home, watching 3 hours of Raw with commercial after commercial after commercial, and nothing to keep me entertained until the commercial ends, it's just not working for them. And Vince McMahon wants changes. They had a hot show last week, and they just went back to the same old WWE this week. But what I want to talk about is I'll get into the Raw results after I talk about the one segment I do want to talk about, which is the contract signing for the WWE Championship at Hell in a Cell. Now, we were supposed to get CM Punk choosing his own opponent. Vince McMahon actually turned him down early in the show, saying that you're not going to be making the decision for yourself. I'm going to be making it for you. You lost out, is what Vince McMahon was saying. He had too much time, wasted too much time, so Vince McMahon ordered a contract signing for the end of the show between all three guys, where Vince McMahon would choose his opponent. Now, Vince McMahon came out, and I don't know how you guys feel, but I would love to see Vince McMahon every week on my TV, but not in a wrestling role, but more of an authority figure. The show has more importance when Vince McMahon is there. I love AJ. It's just that I don't think she's fit for the role of general manager. They need more of a powerful figure in that role. But Vince McMahon came down, introduced CM Punk first, then Ryback, and then John Cena. CM Punk went on to say that, Vince McMahon doesn't respect him, and that Vince McMahon's hogging the limelight, and he's an egomaniac, and this and that. But Punk ultimately signed the contract first, saying that no matter who Vince McMahon chooses, that they're going to end up like Vince McMahon and that he's going to finish them. Now, I love Punk's character. I expect Punk to walk out of Hell in a Cell with the WWE strap. I will touch on that in a little bit, but we are going to get Ryback versus CM Punk at Hell in a Cell. Now, Ryback in the main event. Nobody thought that Ryback would be in the main event at Hell in a Cell 2012. Nobody thought Ryback would be in a main event in 2012, period. But we're getting it. In my honest opinion, it's a little too early. I would have much rathered John Cena in a Hell in a Cell match. It would have been more of a big-time event. But to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to seeing Ryback and CM Punk because the reports at this past weekend's house show, they did have two matches and they were very good. They were said to be pay-per-view quality. They were very entertaining. So I look for it to be an entertaining match. But I look for Punk to walk out the winner. They're going to keep Ryback's undefeated streak intact, so I expect Punk to win by disqualification somehow. Maybe an interference from John Cena, maybe an interference from Brock Lesnar. Who knows? But Punk will be fighting The Rock at the Royal Rumble. It would be foolish for them not to have that match at the Royal Rumble. It's a money match. They want the Royal Rumble to be huge this year, and I mean monster huge. And the only way you can do that is by having Punk retain the strap, go on to hold it for a full year, and then obviously the WWE fan favorite comes back and saves the day and takes out the bad guy CM Punk. That's the way it's got to happen. It's simple mechanics, simple booking, but that's the way they got to do it. But I don't know what it is about Ryback. Last night the crowd was flat for him. He didn't really seem like that big of a deal with that Nashville audience. The week before in Sacramento, when Ryback had CM Punk up in the shell shock and was about to drop him, I was ready to give him the WWE Championship. The crowd was so hot, and I mean so hot that literally the cameras were shaking in the arena. And you've seen it on the TV when you were watching Monday Night Raw last week. But this week it makes you think, is it really going to be worth it to shell out $60 to watch CM Punk versus Ryback in the main event in Hell in a Cell? I love Ryback. I like his character. I think he's going to be a future star, but his push is coming way too fast. He has he connects with the audience. I love the whole "Feed Me More" chant. It's very exciting, but I honestly don't believe he belongs in the main event this early in his career. Paul Heyman, another solid performance last night from Paul Heyman, interacting with Vince McMahon, and then CM Punk earlier in the night. I just love the pairing of CM Punk and Paul Heyman. They do great things together, and I expect them to continue doing great things together. This is why I want to see CM Punk versus The Rock at Royal Rumble. Having Paul Heyman there is only going to add to it. It's going to make for memorable television because you got CM Punk, the best talker in the business. You got Paul Heyman, one of the best minds in the business. And then, of course, you got The Rock. And I've said this over and over again. That's going to be your main event at the Royal Rumble. If I'm not right, then I shouldn't be doing this on YouTube. It's plain and simple. But that was the only part of the show, guys. Actually, Ryback shell-shocked CM Punk to end the show, giving the fans, a head-scratcher. Can Ryback overcome CM Punk? But, don't fall for it. CM Punk's going to walk out the WWE Champion at Hell in a Cell. They may look to add John Cena next week in some capacity. I don't know. I don't know if his elbow is ready. The only reason why they didn't make the announcement of John Cena is because I'm assuming his injury is not healed up yet. But he may be added into the match as a special guest referee. He may be added in as a triple threat. I don't know. We'll have to wait until next week. But as of right now, you're getting Ryback versus CM Punk. The other parts of the show were completely unimportant. There was nothing of importance on the show. I wish I could bring you guys more. We had Big Show versus Daniel Bryan. Big Show won with the choke slam. Sheamus has been ridiculing Big Show about losing to Daniel Bryan in 8 seconds last year. So Big Show wanted revenge. He pinned Daniel Bryan. 1, 2, 3 with the chokeslam. Now, I thought it was going to be, damaging to Daniel Bryan, but, he is the hottest character in WWE right now, so a loss to Big Show really doesn't mean anything. He is the wrestler of the year, in my opinion. They need to make Big Show look important and then look strong going into Hell in a Cell against Sheamus, so that's the only reason why they booked him to win over Daniel Bryan. We actually had Brodus Clay versus Del Rio. Del Rio actually was announced will be fighting Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. Should be a decent match. I'm not a big fan of Del Rio, but he is getting a little bit more aggressive. And he needs to be that aggressive heel that Vince McMahon wants him to be. As for Brodus Clay, he did not get a ring introduction last night, guys. If you guys watched, pay close attention. He was already in the ring after the commercial ended. And that only means one thing, that his character is slowly going downhill. Now, it was reported Vince McMahon wants to change his character. He wants to make Brodus Clay a heel as originally planned. But the simple fact that we didn't get his dance and his lovely ladies coming out and doing their thing only means that the character is going right down the toilet. So he lost in about 3 minutes. Arm breaker. Del Rio won. Looks aggressive. Will be fighting Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. Zack Ryder and Santino Marella versus Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. The primetime players won in short fashion. O'Neil actually powerbombed, I believe it was Zack Ryder for 1, 2, 3. Santino Marella doesn't belong on my TV. He's just nothing but a joke. Zack Ryder, I want to like him, but WWE Creative is just ruining his show on YouTube and ruining his character. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I just wish they give the guy a decent push because the crowd does enjoy him. Ziggler versus Ryback. Actually, it was a 3-way handicap match. David Otunga and Dolph Ziggler versus Ryback. I was afraid Ryback was going to just feast on Ziggler, but I'm glad that WWE Creative didn't do that. Ziggler walked out knowing that he had no chance against Ryback. So they fed him David Otunga. He got shell-shocked 1, 2, 3. Just makes Ryback look stronger than he already is. Cesaro versus Justin Gabriel. It was not a United States Championship match, but Cesaro did win in an entertaining match. I could see Justin Gabriel on my TV every week. I like his character. I like his look. I wish they would do more with him in the mid-card. Maybe give him a run with the United States Championship. A feud with Cesaro would be good. Maybe a feud with The Miz. Anything, but he is a good wrestler. He's a good worker. He was actually in a tag team with Tyson Kidd as well. They could go that route. Any way you look at it, I enjoy Justin Gabriel. I want to see him on my TV, but tonight, Antonio Cesaro did get the neutralizer for the win. We had Kane versus Matt Striker in a throwaway segment. Kane chokeslam Matt Striker. Shouldn't be on our TV. Sheamus versus Wade Barrett. Again, Sheamus this week. A rematch from last week, won by disqualification. Same result, same match. Look for this match to be a major feud in 2013. Look for Wade Barrett to be a World Heavyweight Champion next year, and look for Wade Barrett to be in the main event most of next year, where he belongs, because he is one of my boys, one of my top favorites right now. Divas match: Layla versus Eve Torres. Nothing there. Eve Torres retains, and Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow versus Primo and Epico. Like I said last week, Primo and Epico will do nothing in the tag team division after being fed to Ryback last week. I expect nothing of them. And obviously they lost again this week to the Rhodes Scholars. We were supposed to get a tag team title tournament finals, but Rey Mysterio was reported last night to having the flu or a bad stomach virus, so we'll get that next week. We'll get the Rhodes Scholars versus the two masked men, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. I actually look for the Rhodes Scholars to win that match. I would expect that. I don't think Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara are ready for a run with the tag team straps just yet. And then we had Kofi Kingston versus The Miz. The Miz actually got legitimately injured in this match. When Kofi hit a Big Trouble in Paradise on him, he actually busted The Miz open. Looked like The Miz was knocked out for a few minutes. Kofi Kingston and The Miz will actually have a rematch this Wednesday for the Intercontinental title. I expect Kofi Kingston to win because, as of reports last week, they want to change the strap just because they want to make the new WWE show, WWE main event, look important, and that anything can happen on that show. I reported this in my news and rumors section. You can actually click on the annotation to watch that. I have a bunch of news and rumors from the past week. But I look for Kofi Kingston to be the new IC champion as of this Wednesday. But that was Raw, guys. Nothing really happened outside the last segment with the contract signing. We are getting Punk versus Ryback at Hell in the Cell. Right now we have Del Rio versus Randy Orton and Big Show versus Sheamus for Hell in the Cell, all signed. And we're actually going to get a tag team title match at Hell in the Cell. We'll know the winners of that next week. But let me know what you guys think about Ryback being in the main event. I think it's too soon. It'll be an entertaining match, but I honestly really think it's too soon. I would much rather prefer John Cena right now. I think they're setting a bigger picture up for John Cena going into Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I'll give you my thoughts on that when the time comes. But as of right now, I expect CM Punk to walk out of Hell in the Cell the champion because they cannot lose out on a money match for Royal Rumble with The Rock coming back and challenging for the WWE Championship. If they want a big buy rate for the Royal Rumble, they need to have The Rock versus CM Punk. I will be more personally invested in a Rock versus Punk match more so than they did with Cena versus The Rock. Because can you imagine the interactions and the segments we get with, like I said, CM Punk, who's the best talker in the business, The Rock, who's one of the biggest legends ever, and then you got Paul Heyman by CM Punk. It's going to make for unbelievable television going into WrestleMania season. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoyed my commentary, leave me a like, subscribe to my channel. I had a major increase in views last week with my Monday Night Raw videos. If you guys like the commentary, please subscribe to my channel. I'm looking to get my name out there in the video game world, in the wrestling world. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be bringing you some more content this week. Expect more than the WWE news as it comes. You will hear it first on my channel with my thoughts and opinions on everything. But until the next video, guys, take care, and I will talk to you soon.